Greetings everyone, this is the castle of the Forsaken Emperor. This is the big bad ultimate finale of Ninjago Summer 2019, and this is the biggest set of them all. And this set did cost me a lot of money, so it'll be a great thing if you support this video by giving a delicious thumbs up on the video, because yeah, just looking at the size of this box, woo, it's a big box, and I can barely get it in frame because I can barely get the set in frame because it's such a big box. And yeah, so this is set 70678, 1,218 pieces. You can tell this is a serious set. They are not kidding. They went full ham with this set. Here is the back. You can tell I'm struggling because this is such a big box. There you go. Alright, cool. Now, let's get with the set itself. So, this is the Ice Emperor's Castle, and this is where the big bad finale shows place, and you can tell it's so big that I can't even get the full set in frame. Like, the entire half of that dragon's wing is out of the shot. But yeah, as you can see, this temple included, well, the temple. It had a big ice dragon, and it has, of course, the one and only spinner for Lloyd. And we got a lot to cover in this set, so first things first, let's go over the figures. Yeah, the entire $100 super big set, you would normally expect it to be like one or three instruction manuals. Nope, guess what Lego did? They decided to stuff the entire set in this huge, thick instruction manual. It's almost as big as a novel, like a mini novel. Like, the page goes up to page 239 with 261 steps. So this is one big boy. And before you go, just want to show you, here are all the sets that I actually covered. Everything you see on this page I have covered as a video. Titan Mech, Journey, Copter, and finally the big ultimate baddie. What I didn't cover is actually the Fire Clan stuff. You'll notice I've only done Fire Fang because all these other sets suck, in my opinion. Not saying they're bad, I just don't like them, and I decided not to buy them to save my money. But that didn't stop me from getting all the ice sets. And let me tell you, I did not regret getting the ice sets, but Jesus Christ, this book is thick and it's heavy. Alright, starting off, we first have a little brick separator. This one comes in a little blue. You know, I usually have the orange ones as the default, because that is usually the default, but there's that. This one's in blue. Again, here's a spinner with the Lloyd figure, which I'll show first. Come on, camera, focus. So here is the Lloyd minifigure. You can see he got his green elemental hair coming out of his hood. He got his famous golden sword, and when you take that off, here's the printing from the back. Here's Lloyd's the "aw yeah" face, and then here's the ready for battle face. So there's that. So let's show you how the spinner works. So you attach your figure in here, and instead of going like this, I mean, that sort of works, but you can last it longer by grabbing the head and spinning it like that, not out of frame and not off the shelf, like what just happened to mine. But the thing with these spinners is, since these sets include these spinners, it's so much easier than to buy the spinner sets themselves. So don't get the spinner sets if you can collect these figures from the big sets already. Also, on the good guy side, we have Cole. Here is Cole, and let me tell you, this is a really nice edition of Cole. Really like what they did with his hammer weapon here. It's just awesome. Really like how they have a sword on his back here. His printing on his hood is very, very nice with the orange ribbon on the top and that little printing. Here's the torso, here's the back, and once you take it off, wazam! Wazam! Again, like all ninjas, they have two faces. So, that's Cole, and a pretty cool version of Cole. Now, this little guy. See a guy? No, he's a girl. She's a girl. Akita. Akita is her name. And in Lloyd's journey, I think she was that little wolf, and then she turned into human? I don't know. I haven't watched the series, but apparently she's some guardian of this new realm that they're in, that she's fighting against the Ice Emperor. So she has this little dagger, very tiny dagger. Really like her little hairpiece here with the husky slash wolf slash fox print on it. I don't know what animal this is supposed to be. Is it a fox or a wolf? You tell me, people. But this is a pretty cool piece. And here's what she looks like without that hair. You can see her printing on her head. Here's the torso. It's very Japanese kimono-ish style. On the back here, she does have another face. And it's a smiley face. And she has this interesting cape. Very interesting cape. It has 4 different spurs. But once you lift it up, here's the print from the back. And she's an interesting figure. Not saying she's bad, but she's interesting. There's something odd about her. Anyways, that's all the good guys. So for bad guys, we have the all-important figure himself, the Ice Emperor, the main or antagonist of that theme, that season. He is the big bad guy, and he comes with this gunmetal gray blade staff with this amazing ice banner prints. It's a very soft plastic just stuck in here. Very cool. You can see he's completely white. He's got like his transparent blue elements here. His shoulder piece. He's just basically the same as the as the Blizzard Warriors, except it's just he has a little different color scheme. You take off his head. Here's what he looks like. He has this transparent head, no second face, transparent blue head, and what camera focus. And for those who have seen the series, I'm gonna go ahead and spoil something, so you might want to skip this part. Warning, warning, warning. Alright, you've had your warning. The Ice Emperor is Zane. Yeah, he is Zane, the Ice Ninja. And he's clearly been corrupted. He's fallen to the dark side. Now he leads an army against the ninjas. So this is Evil Zane. Surprise, surprise. Yeah, hope that didn't catch you by surprise. But here's General Vex, the guy who convinced Zane into becoming the Ice Emperor. This is the real bad guy, the real antagonist behind. He's the crueler of Ninjago. He's the guy who set Zane up to be the bad guy. So here he is. We've gotten him in many other different sets. This is one no in particular. You see he's got his little spear here. Again, gunmetal gray armor, helmet. It's his helmet. There is no second face. Nuh-uh. No second face at all. But here's General Vex. 2 more bad guys. This one is the Blizzard Archer. We've gotten this guy as well before. He's got his what's it called? Red, brownish helmet piece. Transparent blue shoulder piece. His weapon here is a crossbow. Does he have a second face? He does have a second face. Yeah, there's that. Very epic. Alright, one more figure. This one is one of my favorite ones from the Ice Clan. This guy looks pretty awesome. He is the Blizzard Swordsman, and it's not the first time we've gotten him actually. We've gotten him in Lloyd's Titan mech as well, I believe. And again, he has 2 light blue swords. This is his Sensei Wu hat. Here's what he looks like without it. He has no second face, but really like that transparent blue headpiece. Printing here, he's got his tattered, ripped up piece of cape. You lift that up, here is the print from the inside. So, just one of the coolest characters from the Ice Clan. Now, to start off the set, let's take a look at the dragon included. I gotta say, this is one of the coolest dragons Ninjago has made. It's a tiny one, But look at the wings. Look at the size of those wings. They can't even fit in the frame of this shot. They are massive. They use these like plastic sheets, which honestly a lot of people are not a big fan of, but I'm actually okay with what they did with the plastic sheets here. It's still better than making a skeletal wing with just a ton of pieces like was done before for their past dragons, and I wasn't a big fan of it. But I like what they've done with. There's more detailing on the wings, and they did the same for the recent dragons, including the Ultra Dragon and so many other dragons, and I appreciate it. It's still better than brick-built wings, that's for sure. They just look skeletal. However, if you take it off, if you take off the sheet, it will still be skeletal. But at least they put the effort in adding these plastic sheets for the wings. You'll also notice there are little blades on the side here to help give it some icy effect as it's flying. And this whole thing is ball socketed using these CCBS friction adders to keep the wings up in pose so your wings won't drop because of gravity, but they can fully articulate up and down, even go forward a bit. You can like even fold in the wings. There's fingers here on the wings. These fingers are fully articulatable. Legs, you can definitely move the legs. You can move the toes as well. I like what they did with the toes here. Again, this is using the CCBS friction adder piece. So this very, very stiff. Very stiff. This is what keeps the thing posted. It's the beauty of these friction adder pieces. There's no knees, unfortunately. The knee is not articulable, but the legs, you can fold it wide up. You could go like this. You can move it all the way back here when he's flying, and that'll look pretty cool. As for the tail fully ball jocketed, fully jointed. Holy Jesus, I can't speak today. But yeah, you can pose his tail in all sorts of ways. You can fold it all the way here. You can even fold it all the way down here, like what they did with the frames here. And in the very end, they used this Hero Factory elemental ice thing, ice shooting blade thing. Very creative with that. And the front of him looks kind of plain, but then again, he's usually like this. And here's the head. The head is brick built, and it's one of the more successful ones LEGO has done. Really nice brick built head. Like the detailing of the teeth, and look how it has this almost like a beard growing out of him. His neck is ball socketed here, so he is fully articulable. We can move him all the way up here, all the way down. You're looking down at the ninjas. You can also look to the side. You can tilt his head for like a different expression, like, huh, what's going on? And yeah, overall, I like this dragon a lot. This is one of the cooler dragons Ninjago's made. And you can pose him all sorts of stuff. You can have him like this in attack formation, or he's like, as he's like coming on the ground, he's like rawr, trying to like make himself look intimidating to his enemies. I don't know, it's just a really nice, small but complex little dragon. And I really like it. It's a really cool dragon. I said that way too many times, but it is a really cool dragon. Don't forget, of course, this is the Ice Emperor's pet. So there's a stud back there, and you can let the Ice Emperor ride his glorious dragon into battle. So you can sit back here perfectly, and then you can just be in flight mode, and he rides the dragon into battle, into war to fight the ninjas. And this would definitely be a challenge, not against the Ultra Dragon. I'm pretty sure the Ultra Dragon can go toe to toe with this guy, because the Ultra Dragon is so much bigger, or Firstborn. Any of the big dragons can go toe to toe with this guy, but the small dragons, oh, it'll definitely be a challenge. It'll definitely be a challenge, especially for ninjas who are humans. But yeah, overall, love the dragon. Let's move on to the temple now. So this is the main star of the set. The whole purpose of this set is built along this temple. And the dragon just fell. Okay. So the temple is split into two pieces. First and foremost, it is this little crossbow tower, and my god, this is an amazing crossbow design. they use a really special wire piece to connect these two, like almost minotaur-like piece. This looks very medieval, and again, you can articulate the crossbow up and down. You can turn it 360 all the way, and this is a flick fire shooter, so you can see there's studs here. You just like that, and it just fires these completely brown flick fire bullet pieces, and it's awesome. It's really awesome. I like how LEGO is improving with more of their play features by adding these kind of pieces, provided that they add extras, obviously. But yeah, overall this is pretty cool. But then we move down here. The detailing doesn't stop there, and move this aside. You'll notice that there are some really nice tile prints here, and it's really cool what they did with the different color schemes. The brown, bright red, brownish red. I just call it brownish red. I don't even know the name of the color. Cool design, and then it just gets a lot icy as you progress further down. Like, you get this transparent blue piece here. I don't know what this is. Is this supposed to be like a little... Oh, okay, I figured it out. Okay, and then you get this like nice frozen ice piece here, and just a little spike coming out. Here's what it looks like from this side. Uh-oh. Why is there a spider here? That's not good. That is one big spider for minifigure scale. Pretty cool piece though, but it's a very freaky thing if you think about it. Real life. Look at it. It's almost as big as a figure. Imagine seeing this thing in real life. Oh my god. My parents are gonna scream, and I will scream. Everyone's gonna be afraid of this thing. But yeah, that was off to the side. But you'll notice there's another ice piece here, which actually has a play feature. Remember how I said I didn't know what this piece was for? Well, turns out it's a lever to open up this. To open this up, and inside there's a bone there for some reason. But you can lock, this can act as a prison. You can certainly lock one of your figures inside, one of the or fallen ninjas. You can be trapped inside as a prisoner, and you close it back up. You know, just he's what it looks like. Here's what he looks like. Holy jeez, I can't speak. But yeah, pretty cool little prison design here. Like what it did, especially now that the prisoner has to suffer right next to a giant tarantula. But yeah, cool prison design, and this little crossbow tower is one of my favorite things of this set, apart from the dragon. But this is, I like how it's not directly part of the temple, so you can actually use this building in many different scenarios, not just the main temple. You can use it as this can be its own set, I think. If you add that plus like a few figures, this would be a cool like $24 set. I'm not even kidding. And this is something like which you could actually do. But I like how they include this with the temple. When not complaining, that's actually a smart idea. But speaking of temple, here is the temple itself, and there is a lot to cover. This is such a big thing. So we're gonna go over it one at a time, starting from down here. This is the stairwell, the main entrance to the temple. You'll notice how this is intentional. It's not supposed to be perfect. It's not supposed to look symmetrical, and it's supposed to, like, the figure is gonna come up here, which they will first be meted by this little ice spike piece. Well, this thing actually serves a huge play feature of this set, but I'm going to show that later. But you can certainly attach a spinner on it. Wow, yeah, you can actually put a spinner on it. That's pretty cool. It even says in the instruction manual. But yeah, moving on. You can see it gets to this main walkway. I like how the detailing down here is very nice. It's not even the same on both sides, and that's what makes it so unique. It doesn't look the same, and it's very, very different. Moving on here, I like what they did with the pillars here. It's a very creative idea with the pillars completely flipped upside down the way it's built. So the studs are actually all facing down, and the holes are actually facing the top. And then the color scheme is really nice. It transitions from white here to transparent blue. So that's pretty sick. And then when you get up here, you get this really nice shrine detailing, and you get these spikes. It's a really menacing entrance. It looks really, really cool. So, moving on here, we got banners sticking out from the side. You got one on this side, one on this side, and if you go on the top, you'll notice there's more of these little tower things. And first, let's go for the right tower. So on the right tower, here's what the balcony looks like. You can see the main weapon for this is a little spear launcher. Here's what it looks like from the back. And then when you get down here, oh, it's blocked because that throne is blocking it. But I'll show you guys there. But you'll notice there's these Crusader shield pieces. Really like those. Really like what they've done here. And then you go over to this side. You'll notice for this side of the tower, there's a little crossbow stud launcher. Again, another banner here. And when you flip this around, here's what it looks like. It's very symmetrical. It looks the same on both sides. And yeah. So the only difference for this side is it has that crossbow stud launcher, and on this side it's got that spear launcher. Now, let's look at the main play feature. Remember how I said this piece here had a special purpose? Well, you can attach a spinner there and mimic that Lloyd is spinning right towards the Ice Emperor to face him. Then, from that moment, the Ice Emperor can reveal the true capabilities of his temple. So you start by spinning this, turning this little piece, turn. What? And the temple opens up just like that. I'm going to show you one more time. So you can close it back up like this, and you totally don't do that. Holy Jesus. You can close it back up first, and then, so here's what it looks like by default, but you can open it up by turning this knob, and look how, you can also do this, by the way. There's a little knob here back here, down here, in case you don't want to go spinning this thing and snapping up the pieces. You can always use this piece down here and to open up the temple. Look how smooth the transition is. So let's do this one more time. Let's put the spinner here. So Lloyd is spinning towards the Ice Emperor. Ninjago! And the spinjitzu opens up the entire temple. How do you close it back up? Well, I really like this connection that they've done here with this lift arm and everything, and this thing just all slides underneath. There's a gear function underneath. So to close it, actually, back here, you'll notice that there is a little transparent blue piece here. So you just push on that, just simply very gently, and then the whole temple will close back up, just like that. Notice though, the throne also reacts when the display function is featured. So the throne here, you see these two Ice Hero Factory pieces. So let's go over the play feature again. Watch the throne. Look how it just folds up like that. Just because this piece forces these two to come up, and this makes the throne look very intimidating. Which means now that the temple is open, we have a very clear view of the throne. So here is the ice throne, and with those ice pieces moved up, it makes it look very intimidating and a very fearsome throne for our glorious Ice Emperor to sit on. He's probably gonna have to get rid of this piece. For our glorious Ice Emperor to sit on here, and really love how they did make this icy effect up the stairs. It's a really tall throne, I must say. It's a really tall throne. This thing is detachable, and let's take the Emperor off. Here, what it looks like. Really like what they did with these really huge stone sword pieces as part of the throne, just to make it look intimidating. And overall, really like the design on the throne. It's very intimidating. It makes it look very royal. Not really royal, more like more proper evil king's throne. And yeah, so once again, I'm just gonna show you the play feature closed with the ice closing. So I'm gonna pull this back, like just like that. I really like this play feature. So the temple can open up and close. Very, very neat. So one last thing before we stop, well, we get over to the temple. Here's the back of the throne, but I missed this part earlier. Here's the lower level. If I can get this piece out of the way, I can show you. You notice back there, there is a slight photo of General Vex right there, and a little print piece down there. And there's a bucket here with a Crusader sword, a Knight sword, a light blue sword, and a shovel. I guess, you know, even for an evil ice base, they still gotta make sure the snow doesn't cover the driveway. So they gotta be responsible villains, you know. On this side, here is a photo of the Ice Emperor himself, and apparently this bucket has a hockey stick and a puck and 2 pairs of skates. So you're telling me when the Ice Clan isn't out there doing evil things, they're playing hockey back home? I support that. Hey, it's not always, you don't have to always be the bad guy and do bad guy things. You can always do some things, and even bad guys need to have free time in their hobbies. And yeah, but then again, here is the full temple covered. A very expensive set. It is one of the really big sets, but for sure a welcome one. This is one of the coolest Ninjago sets they've done for this particular wave. And the only thing I gotta say about this set is a little misinception, because what I got, the Ice Emperor had a transparent blue blade. However, the actual thing when I got it, it was just completely gunmetal gray. There's no blue. I mean, I think Lego made a slight mistake by adding the wrong piece into that set, but maybe it's just my set. If you have this set and you have the proper color for that blade, then yeah, it's probably just me then. But if this is a case for everyone, for all the sets, then yeah, that's just a small mistake Lego made. But I want to say something though, the ratio of the temple to the dragon, yeah, the dragon is, I think he's bigger than the actual temple. How are they gonna feed this guy? How are they gonna keep him? How are they gonna keep him inside when the weather is I mean, sure, they're blizzard people, but that dragon can't even go inside the temple. He's just way too big. He's even too big to fit in the frame. But yeah, overall, really cool dragon though. Really like the design on that dragon. And the temple itself. The temple is very nice. Love the play feature it has, how it opens up, and as well as a little crossbow tower. Very, very nice. And well, what would I give it? I'd give it a 9 out of 10. Really good set. If you have a lot of money, or if you want to buy a really big Ninjago set, go for this one. Definitely go for this set. Don't go for the land bounty. That's just my opinion, but I hate the land bounty. It just looks absolutely hideous, and I think this is a much better value to get than the land bounty. Or yeah, anyways, that's my opinion on this set. Once again, this is a very expensive set, so it'll be fantastic if you support me by giving a like or dislike. If you don't like my opinions, it's up to you. But anyways, that's it for this video. Make sure to subscribe for more content, and we'll see you all in the next one. Peace.